Professor Hrvoje Tkalčić is a modern terranaut. Instead of exploring space, he explores the Earth's inner core.
The inner core is a planet within our own planet with its own complexities.
Complexities he's worked to understand.
Here you can see the inner core.
Through studying seismic waves generated by large earthquakes. These waves traverse through the Earth's interior as vibrations. And by analysing information such as their speed, amplitude and shape, Professor Tkalčić can make inferences about the Earth's internal structure and dynamics.
We use seismometers, these sensitive instruments that sense the ground motion during the passage of waves. We use it in the mode of an inverted telescope. So instead of the sky, we point it to the center of the Earth.
In 2018, Professor Tkalčić and his PhD student published groundbreaking research that found the first unambiguous proof that the Earth's inner core is solid.
What we try to do...
They came up with an innovative approach to detecting shear waves in the inner core, a type of wave that can only travel through solid objects. The challenge with detecting these waves is they have such small amplitudes they can't be observed directly. But Professor Tkalčić's team overcame this by developing the so-called correlation wave field method.
The best way to explain it intuitively is to think about the similarity of the tiny signals that we observe many hours after large earthquakes in the seismic wave field. The similarity between two tiny signals becomes our tool.
A tool that also allowed them to measure the speed of the inner core shear waves.
We found that it was lower than anticipated from the previous models of the Earth, and that also meant that the inner core is a bit softer than we anticipated.
Earthquakes aren't the only seismic activity Professor Tkalčić is interested in. He's also studied marsquakes using just one seismograph. He and another PhD student were able to scan Mars' core. They used mathematical trickery to turn the 20 or so marsquakes they had detected into virtual receivers and their single receiver into a virtual source.
And so by applying this mathematical trickery on Mars, we were able to detect the presence of Mars' core and actually measure its radius.
As a university student, Professor Tkalčić was initially interested in pursuing astronomy, but he soon found his calling in the earth sciences instead.
I realized that a knowledge about other worlds and other planets of the solar system is predicated on our knowledge about the Earth.
His own contributions to that body of knowledge has now seen Professor Tkalčić elected as a Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science.
Conducting research in this area really, fulfills our role as pioneers in the grand journey of discovery.